There was never a visit quite like it before. Jane Mansfield, the blonde sex symbol, hit Tralee with the impact of a bombshell. Rumours swirled like leaves in the wind. They said she wouldn't come. And when she did, the controversy raged. The clergy told the people not to take her show at the Mount Brandon Hotel. A letter from Dean Lane, read in the churches to Sunday morning crowds, condemned the visit in the strongest possible terms. One cinema manager with a real sense of timing booked one of Jane's movies, It Happened in Athens, for the night of her visit, but oddly, it went without comment. On a different level, not everyone in Tralee thought Jane's personal appearance was worth 10 shillings a head anyway.
Personally, I think she's been a has-been.
I find it hard to believe that the Kerry people are so foolish as to pay 10 shillings to go in and see a woman.
Oh, it's just as welcome. I don't mind her appearing at all. I'll be going down there myself to have a look at her.
Well, I think it's much ado about nothing. I think that people locally are behaving in a very provincial way about it. If they don't like her, they needn't go. And it would be much better to ignore her if they don't like her than start up such a great fuss. And in any case, I don't think she's all that of a danger. And there are quite a lot of distasteful things in Ireland that are just as distasteful as Jane Mansfield. And we hear very little about them. They get a social acceptance. It's all a little bit prudish, I think.
But the figures were impressive, Jane's and her fee. 6 songs in a 35-minute spot for £1,000, almost £30 a minute, if the show went on. But the quiet rumblings of midweek reached flashpoint on Sunday morning, and 45 minutes before she was due in Tralee, the hotel bowed to the opposition. A court statement read, owing to the controversy caused by the visit, the management have decided to cancel her appearance. Miss Mansfield, we'd like to know what your reaction is to the cancellation of your performance tonight.
Well, there has been no, there seems to be a problem. Actually, I think Billy can explain it better, that the musicians are lost somewhere near Dublin. That's the only cancellation we're hoping they'll get here.
But how do you relate that to the statement already issued by the hotel that it was cancelled owing to the controversy caused by the visit?
The hotel? What?
Oh, I
the
doubt
statement
it.
issued to the press.
I doubt that.
Here's your general manager. He'll issue a statement right now.
I have the statement issued by the press in my hand at the moment.
By the
it
hotel?
reads, yeah.
Who issued it?
Owing to the controversy caused by the visit of Miss Jane Mansfield, the management of the Mount Brandon Hotel have decided to cancel her appearance.
Well, Mr. Billy Clifford here has another statement to make. I'm sure if you ask him, he'll tell it.
Yeah.
You want to tell your statement,
Well,
general manager?
That is not entirely correct. Actually,
That's not correct at all, is it?
No. You see, unfortunately, last week I received from Mr. Sam Brodie, who looks after Miss Mansfield while she's in Ireland, and I think in the British Isles. I received copies of music and so forth, and these I sent to a backing group in Dublin. Unfortunately, I left here today, as you're all aware, to go to Shannon to collect Miss Mansfield at approximately 10 o'clock. When I got back to the hotel at 7, I've heard that they have broken down on their way out of Dublin, and they're not to appear here tonight. And unfortunately, all the music which I had sent them and so forth, which they have rehearsed, which she needs for backing, and I mean, Miss Mansfield needs a top-class backing group, which she deserves as a world top artist. Unfortunately, I can't find them. I can't contact them. They're not to be located.
Well, if I
this may lead to another statement from me tomorrow or the day afterwards, when I finally put my hands on them.
If I may move on to the controversy that does exist. In church today, you were called a goddess of lust, and the suggestion has been made that your performance could be a possible corrupting influence. Now, how do you feel about this?
Well, obviously there's a misunderstanding somewhere, because as you have just heard a review of my act is satirical. It's very clean. It's fun. People like it. They enjoy it. A bit of controversy.
Controversy.
Yeah, I'm trying to say it as you do. You do say it like that, I believe. But I did read in the paper. It was so funny when the situation turned up with the impresario who allegedly brought me over and actually found himself without funds.
Referring to Don
Don
Arden.
Arden, yes, and I continued my act. And it is booked right now for an additional 9 weeks at a rate of between £1,000 to £2,000 a week increase. But the Bailey organization, which was the first set of producers for my act, said Jane Mansfield is a top-flight movie goddess. She's not Judy Garland or a female Fred Astaire. She is a sex symbol. Now, I did read where one of your labor members said that Jane Mansfield states she's a sex symbol. We don't want that here. I never said I was a sex symbol. I can't judge another woman. But I suppose that's where it began. But that has nothing to do with the fact that the management, something went wrong with the music. I know nothing about this.
But have you ever had to face this kind of a reaction before from the people of a town?
The reaction has been fantastically beautiful.
The controversial reaction.
People of the town. You asked the question, reaction to people. The people of the town, if you saw, we had to stop, unfortunately, for a flat tire in one of your towns prior to reaching Tralee, and there were 300 or 400 people that crowded around the car that Jane Mansfield was in. Now, this is a town of 500 people. Apparently, the reaction, they love Jane Mansfield. So this is no reaction of the people.
I found that there was quite a lot, from talking to people in the streets of Tralee, I found a lot of women opposed your visit here.
Really?
Do you find that this is something you've got to live with as a sex symbol?
I thought they were quite nice to me, actually.
Of course, most of the women were around the car.
They were right around the car, asking for autographs, giving me flowers, throwing me kisses, saying I'm a bonny lass.
A wee lass.
On your career, you seem to be concentrating more now on cabaret than films. Does this mean your career has moved into a new phase?
No, I just finished 2 very important films. 2 very important films. One, Guide to a Married Man with Terry Thomas for 20th Century Fox in Hollywood, which will be released within 2 or 3 months. It's their biggest film this year, and Single Room Finished. I'm also going to begin a film for Bernard Delphont, Mask of Innocence, within the next 2 or 3 months.
If I may ask a question that may be slightly ridiculous, as movies become more sophisticated, is the old-fashioned sex symbol going out of date?
Why don't you answer that?
Well, getting back to the churchman's comments today, what do you accept this charge by the Dean of Kerry that you are the goddess of lust?
I feel I'm a very good...
There's your answer.
I feel that there's a time and place for everything. I have 5 beautiful children that I have brought up myself. I have been the sole support of all 5 since each one was born. I feel I'm a good Catholic, and I hope some people think I'm a good entertainer.